Hello everyone, it's Gina from orchidandopal.com, and I am back today with another bead weaving basics technique video. This time we're going to be making a third version of the daisy chain stitch like you see here, and I'll be using 5 different colors of size 11-0 seed beads today. You're more than welcome to make your flowers all the same color, change them up any way you like, but for the purposes of this video I have 3 different colors for the petals of the flowers. I have 1 color also for the centers, and I have an additional color, the green, which is going to be used to separate each of these flowers. For my beading needle, I'll be using a size 11, and my beading thread is the Fireline in the 6-pound test variety. I'll be leaving links and a list of everything that I'm using today right down below the video in the description section, so be sure to check that out. And since this is just a technique video, we won't be making a finished piece, but I will be showing you step by step how to go about completing this type of bead woven daisy chain variety. And you can change it up however you like, make it as long or as short as you want, and just have an understanding of how to go about completing this one. So first, gather up your seed beads and determine what colors you want to be in which sections. And once you do that, just thread your needle with a comfortable length of beading thread, and we will jump into this tutorial. Alright, so to get started, what I like to do is just complete one of these little loops first before we jump into the flowers. So let's do that. We do want to identify which color flower we'd like to make first, so pick out what color petals you want to use first. If that matters to you, I'm going to start with this color, and we're going to select 2 of those seed beads and then pick up 6 of the seed beads in what I'll call the leaf color. So once you have this sequence on your beading needle, you can go ahead and pull those beads down towards your tail thread. And then go ahead and sew through all of these beads again, starting with those 2 petal color beads and going through the 6 leaf color, making sure you don't miss any. And it's starting to bring these together in a loop. Just go through 1 more bead or your petal color, that first one that you get to. Pull, and then you can go ahead and make a half hitch knot by sewing directly underneath what we call that thread bridge that's in between those 2 seed beads. Make a loop and then just sew through that loop and pull nice and tight. Next, take your needle and sew through that next petal colored bead. Now we'll continue and complete this flower by picking up 6 of the petal color. And we're going to sew directly up through that first petal color that we get to down here. And make sure you pull this nice and tight, and then pick up 1 of the color seed beads that's going to go in the center, and then sew up through this third petal color from the top. Hold your beadwork with your thumb and your forefinger and pull. And now we're ready to complete the next section, which is going to be a leafy section in between this and the next flower. So we want to pick up 2 leaf color, and then 2 of our next petal color, and then 2 more of our leaf color. So we have these 6. And now sew through the seed bead directly below the one that we are currently coming out of, just like that. Then pick up 1 more of your leaf color and sew up through the petal that is sitting on the top. After each step, make sure you're holding this together and pulling it nice and tight. And you basically had completed another flower section. It just used a different sequence of beads to give you that different look. Now we're coming out of the top of this petal section, and we're going to complete this blue flower. So let's pick up 6 of our blue petal color. Then sew up through the first petal bead that you get to, right below the one that we are coming out of. Now pick up 1 of your seed beads that goes in the center and sew up through that third petal colored bead. And hold and pull. And we'll complete our next leafy section by picking up 2 of our leaf color, 2 of our next petal color, and 2 of our leaf color. Once again, just sew directly up through the single seed bead below the one that we're coming out of. Pick up another leaf color and sew up through that top petal color bead. And let's complete this next flower together in the same manner. Pick up 6 of that color. Sew through that bottom petal color bead. Pick up the center of your flower and sew through that third seed bead. Hold and pull. So that's all there is to it. Just back up the video if you need to, but keep going and make your chain as long as you'd like. Have fun mixing up your colors and keep practicing. The more you do, the easier it will become. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, go ahead and give the video a big thumbs up. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll be coming back with more variations on this stitch. But in the meantime, you can check out my playlist with other bead weaving basic stitches to learn some of these additional beading techniques for beginners. Feel free to leave me a comment down below. I always love to hear from you. And feel free to share the video with your other beading friends. That's all I have for now. Until next time, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. And as always, happy beading.